first time in 12 years. But it was when he crossed the Atlantic to Spain that Bielsa made his most striking impact. In 2012, he led Athletic Bilbao to both the Europa League and Copa del Rey finals.
Bilbao, they played such wonderfully refreshing, attacking football, lit up the Spanish league. And it's not just the results. This is something which is very close to Bielsa's heart. It's not just what you do, it's how you do it. And that's captivating. That turns his fans, the fans of his club, into almost disciples for an idea.
Bilbao went head-to-head with Barcelona and left a lasting impression on their coach.
Few teams in the world, a few managers play the way Marcelo plays. They are incredibly aggressive, and they are always in the movement. They attack with a lot of people, they defend with a lot of people. The commitment the players they have, I think is the best well-prepared manager I ever seen in my life. Work ethic is incomparable. I know how is still now loved in Bilbao. I know he's a legend, an idol, an icon in Chile. I think we cannot deny how pleased or how enjoyable was Leeds games for the fans, Leeds fans. And the people cannot forget it.
Marcelo Bielsa's brought substance, style and self-belief to Leeds United. Will he finally deliver the Premier League status they crave? His home is a modest one-bedroom flat. He travels to and from the training ground on foot. There's no denying that Marcelo Bielsa is a different breed.
In his own way, he is a man of the people. Bielsa is a man who shops at Morrison's, he's a man who rolls up at the Baker's, he's a man who will appear at takeaways quite happily, who people spot regularly walking through the street. Leeds did have him at Rudding Park, which is a posh hotel on the outskirts of Harrogate, and he wasn't particularly happy there. All he wanted was a little bedsit, a little flat where he could do his analysis and be happy.
El Loco, the crazy one, is a nickname that's remained with Bielsa throughout his coaching career.
The El Loco nickname is not exactly uncommon in South American football. There are lots of types of El Loco. Anyone who's prepared to watch 8 football videos one after the other is not entirely sane. Anyone who's prepared to push himself as hard as Bielsa pushes himself in his coaching career, perhaps it's not entirely sane.
The former Leeds boss, Don Revie, was a superstitious man. On match days, he walked from the team hotel to a nearby set of traffic lights. At Bilbao, Bielsa would take precisely 13 steps each time he paced his technical area. At Leeds, he hasn't always been quite so predictable. Patrick Bamford's goal in training prompted this unexpected reaction from his delighted head coach. He wants to win, but to win in the right way.
Leeds put it out. Oh, this is controversial. Click goes on, and he scores! And Villa will be fuming.
When Leeds scored this controversial goal against Aston Villa, he told his team to let them equalise. The gesture would earn a FIFA Fair Play Award.
I don't know how many managers would have agreed to do that. He realised that there would be questions asked afterwards if Leeds didn't allow Villa to score. I think he realised that deep down he wouldn't have been able to justify what had happened.
Throughout the game, Bielsa is a man who's commanded respect. When he left his role with Argentina, he withdrew to his home in the village of Massimo Pass. It was here, in 2006, that he received a visit from an aspiring young coach.
I will never forget how gentle, how kind, how everything it was with me when I was absolutely anybody in the world football in terms of manager, and how he shared his knowledge. We talk about football, not just football, about life and cinema, because my friend works in cinema. So yeah, it was nice.
I gather you took a few notes.
Too many. It was It was many things. But the people say always it's not necessary to write. It just the important always kept in your memories.
And a chance for Mario once more. He's done it.
They could scarcely believe it.
Devastation for Leeds United, who have been magnificent all season.
The promotion which Bielsa had pursued from day one had somehow eluded them.
Been through a situation that we never thought we'd be through. You know, it was a tough situation for us. We was doing so well throughout the season and then going 1-0 up in the first leg. It's hard to, think about them situations, but, they happen.
Yet again, it's that idea of his teams, of Bielsa being a nearly man. It's a fantastic journey, but they run out of gas just in the home straight.
Falling short has been a feature of Bielsa's career outside of his native Argentina.
O sea, si uno hace un recorrido por su carrera, los títulos que logró con Newell's y con Vélez eran en campeonatos cortos. Lo que yo creo es que como es tan exigente lo que él pide, si hubieran sido los de 38, no sé si la parte física o la parte psicológica del jugador hubiera sido tan fuerte para seguir aguantando otras 19 fechas.
Argentina went to the World Cup in 2002 as one of the favourites, but they went out in the group stage. Some felt that Bielsa should have altered his tactics in the must-win final game.
Puede ser, él en un momento creo que lo reconoció, que bueno, cada uno tiene su idea, su esquema y a lo mejor muere con su idea. Más allá que seguimos trabajando juntos, pero él tiene su idea y la que le dio tantos resultados.
In 2015, his Marseille side were flying high at the top of the French league, but would fade to finish fourth. Athletic Bilbao ended a hugely promising season by falling short in 2 cup finals.
He does put such physical, mental demands on his players, and in the home straight, Bilbao ran out of steam.
When Leeds missed out last season, he was widely expected to leave. He'd been a hero at Newell's, yet he still walked away from the club which is close to his heart.
Yo creo que él notó que nos había exigido demasiado y que ya el grupo le había dado demasiado a él. Me parece que es muy parecido a lo que después sucede en la selección argentina. Cuando él llegó el momento, después de ser campeón de los Juegos Olímpicos, dijo, no tengo más fuerza para continuar.
He resigned from his roles with Marseille and with Chile over disagreements with his employers. He left Lazio after just 2 days.
If he can't trust the people that he's working with, if he can't trust the owners and directors, he doesn't want to be there. But that's Marcelo Bielsa. He doesn't need it. He works because he loves what he does, and if he doesn't love what he does, well, for any reason, he doesn't need it and he'll walk away.
For a coach of Bielsa's stature, silverware has been in surprisingly short supply. In a 30-year career, he's won just 4 major titles.
Give him one of the best 4 or 5 teams in England. Give him Barcelona, Madrid, or I won a lot of titles because I was in the big clubs. And at the end, there is a prize more important than the titles. Titles is just the numbers. It's what you give or leave to the player to work with, and there's no one player, there's no one team that cannot admit all of them they were better persons or were better players, and that is the best trophy you can get as a manager.
Will Bielsa be successful this time around in Leeds' latest push for promotion? Since the restart, he's been a master tactician, changing the team during matches to claim crucial results. They're closing in on the Premier League place that he was hired to secure.
It is down to his total commitment to Plan A, his complete commitment to sticking to the programme. They've needed single-mindedness, but they've needed it to be allied with some real top-quality coaching ability. I don't doubt that as promotion comes, but also in years further down the line, that this will be seen as Bielsa's success.
Everything that he inspires, it would be great to see him drag Leeds over the line, and it would, I think, be an excellent achievement, because his Leeds team would not only be feared, I think they'll be admired.
In South America and West Yorkshire, The impact and influence of Marcelo Bielsa has been immense.
Y en Rosario, lo que es la parte de la gente de Newell es como lo máximo que pasó por Newell. Tal es así que, bueno, al estadio Newell le pone Marcelo Bielsa porque para mucha gente de aquella época que vivió la transformación de Newell de ser un equipo que podía ganar alguna vez algún campeonato a ser un equipo que se le plantara de igual a igual a cualquier equipo en cualquier cancha.
I'm already mourning the day he leaves anyway, you know, because I don't know how I'm going to cope without him. But I think we should just make him an honorary member of the city and lock the gates and never let him go, basically. Do you know what I mean? But what a journey, what an adventure it's been. It's been incredible.
At the Newell's Old Boys training ground stands the Hotel Jorge Grifa, purpose-built accommodation for the players. The £2 million facility was personally funded by Bielsa. He wanted to give something back to his beloved club. What he's given to the game as a whole has been invaluable.
Bielsa is such a name because he's inspired so many people, because he is a Pied Piper, and he plays such a lovely tune.
The most important is not the trophy that he won, it's how he changed a club, how he changed the life of the players, how helped the player to become a person and coaches. Always I feel that massive respect. Marcelo was like my football father. In that period, all the players that we were with him there, today I think all our managers with different style, with different ideas, but of course that he make us to love, you know, our shop.
At the end, what we want is be loved. When you go home and you get a message, a phone call or a moment, and you feel that you give something special for them, that is the best title, bigger than the Champions League or the Premier Leagues or whatever. Beloved is the most important thing. And I think Marcelo has that more than any other manager in the world.
Sky Sports. Feel